Hey pals, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. Today is my 1-year booktube birthday anniversary. I posted my first video on here a year ago today, which is insane to me. Like, it does not feel that long, but even just like scrolling back on my channel and seeing my first video, my hair was very different. I mean, it's always different, but that kind of just shows how long I've been doing it. So to celebrate, I kind of just wanted to do a Q&A because that's fun, and I feel like that's a good way to celebrate and have you guys get to know me a bit better. So yeah, that is what I'm doing. Sorry in advance about my hair. I'm trying to grow out my bangs and they're a bit of a mess. So if they look stupid, just ignore them. So the first question I got was, what is your favorite book that resonates with your gender identity or sexuality the most? So the first book that came to mind was Kings, Queens, and In-Betweens. Just because that book, like, just made me feel very connected to the queer community as a whole, I guess. Made me want to get more connected, and definitely kind of gave me a bit of a push to really dig deeper in my own sexuality and coming to terms with everything. So I definitely think that one. Favorite book with a disabled character, or main character, Get a Life, Chloe Brown. Mostly because I relate to it so much. I deal with the same things that she does when it comes to her disability and chronic pain and all that, so yeah, that is definitely my favorite, and I definitely connect to it a lot. I feel like I've talked about this book so much that you guys know already how much I love it and how much I connect to the chronic pain side of that book. So yeah, definitely that one. Do you read middle grade? I do. I am trying to read more because the stories are just so fun, and they have the same kind of themes that I already like when it comes to like fantasy middle grade, and half the time are like more fun than YA or adult. Have you always loved reading? I would say yes, but like it was kind of patchy. I didn't always love it this much. I definitely had patches of my life where I didn't read at all, but I would say I've always loved reading. There's always been that love there. I just didn't necessarily do anything with it for a while, so what is your favorite queer POC book? And I'm gonna have to say Kings, Queens, and In-Betweens again. Just because I love it so much, and it is the first one that comes to mind, and I think it is amazing, and everyone should read it. So, favorite bookish memory? The first kind of things that come to mind are when I used to work at Indigo, and like working in a bookstore was really fun, and being able to talk to your coworkers about books, and like the main thing that like comes to mind is in my interview. It was a group interview, and we had to go find like 3, I think, books that we loved and had to talk about them and like why we love them. And oh my god, it was such a fun interview. It didn't even feel like an interview. We also like had questions to do with like books that we like, and basically just trying to see if we could sell books. And it was like the week after Kingdom of Ash. I totally forgot what it was called for a second, but it was like the week after it came out, and I had bought it the day that it came out and read it in like 2 days, and it was brought up and I was like, oh my god, it's so good, have you read it yet? And they're like, no, we haven't read it, and oh my god, I'm just like rambling now because those were good memories. I really liked working there. Favorite video you've done? I think my recent reads video, because I really felt so much more comfortable in front of the camera and talking and not really being shy to just ramble and talk. Plus my makeup was really good that day, so I was really proud of it. Yeah, I don't know. That video was really fun, and if you haven't watched it, you should go watch it. Favorite book you've gotten recommended since starting booktube? So two come to mind, and I want to say both of them. So This Savage Song, because Chanel recommended it to me and I waited way too long to read it, only to end up loving it like so much. So shout out to Chanel for having good book taste. And of course The Poppy War, because everyone was recommending that for a while and it was amazing. So favorite book trope? Okay, this is so hard. I feel like I can never give the same answer anytime that I'm asked, but first that comes to mind is found family. I always like found family, or like friends to lovers. I get the hype around enemies to lovers, but friends to lovers is just so much better in my opinion. Like childhood friends to lovers, even better. What is something you love about having a booktube channel or booktube in general? About having a booktube channel, I just love that I'm able to talk about books anytime I want. Anytime I have something to talk about to do with books, I can just film it and post it and people will talk to me about it. Like, there's such a cool thing that I'm able to do. And my favorite thing about booktube in general, probably just the fact that I can find books that I wouldn't otherwise. Plus the community, even though sometimes the community sucks so bad. A lot of the time, at least the part of the community that I interact with are fantastic. Someone asked drop the skincare routine, and I'm just like, why would you want my skincare routine? My skincare routine is like non-existent. I wash my face and use this like acne gel thing. I don't even know what it really is, but helps with that kind of thing. Honestly, my skin sucks. Like, it is super oily and I have a really bad habit of sleeping in my makeup because I'm too lazy to get up to take it off. So I'm not really the person you should go to for skincare advice. What is my favorite movie? My favorite movie is definitely Perks of Being a Wallflower. I feel like it always will be. It's so good. But favorite recent movie? Either Captain America, Winter Soldier, because I'm stupid and waited a very long time to watch it because I was convinced that Captain America was boring. And I'm stupid, basically. Amazing movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. And also from like recent movies that I've watched, I really liked The Trial of the Chicago 7. So yes, those three movies. Fantastic. Do you think your reading has changed at all in the year that you've been on booktube? 1000%. I think I read 35 books in 2019, and then once I started booktube in 2020, I read 70 books. Like, that is a massive jump. And now I've already read like 33 books so far. My reading has definitely like jumped up a lot. I read way more now that I'm on booktube. Also discovered my love for audiobooks, which helps me a lot, and just graphic novels. I never used to read graphic novels really. So yeah, those things since being on booktube have definitely changed my reading. What is your favorite book you've read since starting booktube? And that is definitely How Moon Fuentes Fell in Love with the Universe. Incredible. I can't wait for it to be out so I can buy it and can really recommend it to you guys because seriously, that book like changed my life, as cliche as that is. Has there been any books that you've been influenced by booktube that you ended up not liking? I didn't buy any of these, but I read them. Furyborn, sorry, it's the main book that I talk about that I didn't like. The Bone Crier's Moon. This one, like, I didn't hate it, I didn't like not like it, but it was just kind of one of the most meh books that I've read that I was influenced to read. And The Mortal Instruments. I'm sorry, I know that they are insanely popular, especially on booktube, and most people love them. I don't really get the hype, honestly. You guys let me down a little bit with that recommendation. Favorite ships? Okay, I don't really ship very often, but if you followed me on Twitter while I was reading Percy Jackson, you'd know that I like screamed about how I needed Percy and Annabeth to get together, and I thought that they liked each other, and everyone was like screaming because I was so behind and I didn't know anything. They're my main ship, okay? They're my one ship, as well as Jesper and Wylan, because so much love for them. Favorite genres? Obviously fantasy, contemporary romance, some sci-fi, graphic novels. I'm really not picky. I pretty much just don't really want to read really scary books or like super dry books or like self-help. Anything else I am open to, and yeah, but my top favorite two are fantasy and like contemporary romance. Favorite authors, of course, Adrienne Young, because I never shut up about her. Tanya Boteju, because she's now my little Vancouver author that I love. Sarah J. Maas and Leigh Bardugo. I feel like a lot of that is just really cliche booktuber favorite authors, but they are also mine. They are cliche for a reason. Someone asked how I do makeup so well, and I thought this was like so sweet. Like, anytime someone compliments my makeup, it makes me so happy. Mostly because I've been practicing makeup for so long, and within like last year I've really tried to like get more creative with it and do things that I wasn't fully comfortable with. Like this, even a year ago, I probably would not post wearing this. Like, yeah. So I would just say that it's years and years and years of practice, watching a lot of tutorials, looking at a lot of photos and trying to recreate it, tons and tons of trial and error, and having terrible makeup looks that I just take off right away. Yeah, honestly, just practice. Comfort reads. The Sprite and the Gardener and Heartstopper, my two current comfort reads. Both incredibly cute graphic novels that I will probably reread forever because they are just so wholesome and bring, like the question says, so much comfort. Favorite book of all time? Okay, I feel like this question physically hurts me now because I can't choose. If you've watched my channel before, if you know me, you know Strange the Dreamer has been my favorite book for like ever, since I read it. But I think How Moon Fuentes Fell in Love with the Universe might be my new all-time favorite. It was just like that cliche life-changing book for me, and I think it might have knocked Strange the Dreamer out of the top spot, which it hurts me because that's like my brand, but whatever, they'll be tied at the top. Comfort characters. Definitely Jesper from Six of Crows, Asriel from A Court of Thorns and Roses, Rin from The Poppy War, and then for like non-books, Alex and Christina from Grey's Anatomy, I almost said Gilmore Girls, Thomas and Sybil from Downton Abbey, and Jess from Gilmore Girls. Who inspires you to make videos the most? I wrote out an entire list, so I'm just gonna like really quickly go through them. I'll probably put them all in the description or like somewhere on the screen. I'm just gonna promote my faves. So Nicole Raffi, Lynn, Jazzy, Annabelle aka Cat Creature, Jasmine aka Cup of Jasmine, Cindy, we love Cindy, Chanel, my baby, Noelle, Kat, Monica, and Chloe. All my faves. I'm gonna hate myself editing because I just went through those way too fast. But they'll all be in the description. If you want to check out who inspires me, they're all great. You should give them a sub if you haven't already. Favorite types of booktube videos to watch and to make. To watch, I really like reading vlogs or just like list videos, recommendations, that kind of thing. To make, pretty much just wrap-ups. I really like making wrap-ups, even though I kind of suck at them because I suck at giving descriptions of books, but they are fun and I like talking about the books that I recently read, so. Tips for people that want to start booktube, I would definitely say try and be consistent. I suck at this. I need to take my own tip because it just keeps people interested and they know when you'll upload, so they'll, you know, watch for you. Have fun with it. Definitely have fun with it. Like, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't overthink it too much. Just have fun. And like, don't worry about view count, sub count, just do it because you enjoy doing it and make videos that you like, not just what other people want to see. Like, if you don't like doing it, don't do it. Only do the videos you genuinely like making, because if you don't, it just won't be as fun for you and it won't be as enjoyable. And it would probably feel more like a chore to do it than fun, you know? What's one thing no one told you before starting your channel that you wish you knew before? Definitely that you don't have to follow trends all the time. And also, just the more you enjoy what you're making, the more enjoyable your content will be to watch, because, like, I think you can kind of tell when someone enjoys what they're filming, like they're having fun with it, and like they clearly genuinely like it, rather than, you know, what I said before, filming videos that you don't enjoy making. They won't turn out as good as the ones that you did enjoy making, so definitely wish I knew that before, because I kind of just forced myself to do a couple videos, honestly. Are there any book characters that remind you of your favorite idols, or books that remind you of your favorite K-pop song? This question is amazing. I don't usually associate songs with books or anything, like my brain just doesn't go there, but recently I texted Indy, shout out to Indy, that Paranoia by Daniel reminds me so much of A Court of Thorns and Roses. If you've read A Court of Thorns and Roses, you should listen to this song and let me know if you agree with that. How do you feel booktube affects your mental health? It affects it in ways that I didn't expect it to. I didn't expect to, like, care so much about views and subs and the drama that happens constantly. It's a lot, and if you constantly are staying up with it, or keeping up with it, and, you know, you get involved in the drama, follow people that are regularly involved in drama, like, it all just will gradually affect your mental health. Like, that's just how that will go. And then you asked tips on making it a more healthy place, and I would just say, like, try to avoid the drama. Don't follow people that you don't like seeing their stuff, or they constantly bring drama onto the timeline. Just get rid of that. Get it out of your view and don't put any energy into it. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? The first place that comes to mind is Portugal, just because I'm from Portugal, or my dad's from Portugal, and I've never been, and I think it would be really cool if I could live there for like a year or something, and just kind of see where my family's from, see what the Portuguese culture is, all that. I think that would be like a really beneficial thing that I could do sometime in my life. Okay, this question is incredible. Describe your aesthetic using K-pop music videos. So, I'm gonna give no explanation. NCTU's Misfit, Dreamcatcher's Odd Eye, Taemin's Idea, and The Boys' The Stealer. No explanation. What is your comfort drink? Definitely Earl Grey tea. I drink it at least twice a day, if not more. It's my fave. What is your color palette? And I'm just gonna go with my top 3 favorite colors, which are yellow, green, and purple. That is a very strange color palette together, though. What 6 songs feel like they were written for you? Again, love this question, and I'm not gonna give any explanation to any of these. So, Crush Culture by Conan Gray, Colorblind by Peach PRC, I've Given Up in You by Real Friends, I Need Somebody by Day 6, Variation by Dance Gavin Dance, and Chain by NCT 127. Amazing. And finally, what kind of videos have you not tried but you would like to try in terms of books and music? So, in terms of music, I always really wanted to make playlist videos. They are some of my favorite videos to watch on YouTube, and they're always so fun, and I always find really good music from them, so I've always wanted to make them myself. But, like, the copyright strikes hurt me. I don't know how people, like, make playlist videos without just having their channel have a million copyright strikes, so I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that unless I figure out a way to do it without getting a million copyright strikes. I want to film a photo card collection video, but I don't have that many photo cards. I don't know how interesting it would be, but maybe one day. Book-wise, I would really like to do my favorite book covers, because I am such a cover buyer, that I feel like it would be kind of interesting, maybe? Okay, that is the end of the video. I am fully aware that I got real chaotic throughout that. I've been filming for 33 minutes. I feel like that was both because I got way more questions than I was anticipating, and I don't know how not to ramble. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Happy booktube anniversary, birthday, whatever to me. I'm very excited that Fragile Lunar has been a thing for a year, and I am so thankful for everyone that has been a part of my year on booktube. Anyone that I've met through booktube, everyone that has been so supportive of me, and yeah, I am beyond grateful. I don't want to get too cheesy or like ranty at the end of the video, so I'll just leave it there. Thank you so much if you watched this, and if you're subscribed. Here's to many more years on booktube, hopefully, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!
Do-do-do-do-do.